Greetings everyone, hello and welcome to Crossroads Inn once more. It's been a while since I've played this game and it has received numerous updates. In fact, it has also received its last update and is thus considered finished, and I wanted to have a look at that again because honestly it's quite a unique game where you build up a tavern in a fantasy world. You provide guest rooms, you provide food and drinks, you provide quests for adventurers and all of that with, I'd say, well, rather nice graphics and all of that. And yeah, here we are already on this empty plot in Sandbox mode. So we're going to play with money, of course, so not unlimited money, but we have to juggle around our finances. And yeah, well, as we can see, we have one fame level right now starting out, and we also got one employee over here that is ready. Sabino, he's ready for the job, as we can see. In this case here, that's not us, right? So this is one that we have actually employed. There's also a road here where there's well, passengers, guests and adventurers coming along. We got a few resources here that we can use, like some eggs and bread and some meat. And yeah, well, we got this plot of Greenland that I have no idea what to do with at the moment. So this is where we need to start. We also have a quest menu that is providing us with the first basic things that we need to do, like providing a main hall, like hire a servant, a drudge and a kitchen hand, and all of them also give us some rewards like some new recipes and stuff like that. The game is rather deep in its mechanics, so we're just going to start and just play along as we explore those things. First of all, what we need to do is we need to get started on the inn construction, right? So I need to build a first house, more or less. That is going to be my main hall. So we can also decide the specialities then. We have also a game room, for example, a secret room. We got some guest rooms over there and also a bathroom. Then we got the kitchen and the storage menu and a staff room. So lots of things. For the start though, we are going ahead with the main hall. We can see a lot of debris on the map, so I cannot build everywhere from scratch, right? We need to be a bit careful there where I actually place this. So let's go ahead and place us the first structure here. This is already reducing my income there, so we need to be very careful with how much we actually intend to spend. Let's go ahead and have some 30 rows here, and perhaps also a nice entrance area that we have then right over there. And then probably, just see, probably on the other side. This is unfortunately where we do have, as you can see, some debris, so I cannot just endlessly do something here. So I'm probably just going ahead and have some smaller room here or some expansion, right? And then here also. And that's really about it. We could make this one a tiny bit bigger. Nah, unfortunately, that's not the case. And I want to keep it a bit symmetrical for starters. Here probably we can still go ahead and add us another bigger room, which is going to be most likely my kitchen and stuff like that. I don't know, this actually looks like a person. It's looking like a pixel person that we see here. Rather interesting, right? Now, that's for starters. We have finished the main hall. We also need to go ahead and provide some windows, of course, and we need to provide a kitchen. We can do this about here. So this is the kitchen that we have. And yeah, with the basic structure completed, bear in mind we can expand in here, right? But we got some debris there around it right now that I rather not touch because it's a bit expensive. Also, we need some windows, of course, for this basic one building that we have. Let's just choose. We got a few to choose from. I think they're all costing the same. So I would like to go for something discreet, right? We might actually go for those here. No, you can't really see that much out of these. Something that provides a bit more light, perhaps. Yeah, this one here. It's a basic one. And I think it's going to do the job just well. There it is. Also probably then here and also here and on the other side as well. Then we get a few lights in. There you go. And also the kitchen that we should probably provide something. Very nice. We also, well, we should have a look at the walls. We do have a whole bunch of them available. I like the red brick wall here. Gives you an eerie feeling. And as you can see, we can then just paint it on the walls like this. To customize that one step further. It does cost me, however, so we should be careful with how much I actually use here. So let's keep the kitchen as is. We can also have a look at the floor tiles that we have. So we can go with some wooden tiles, some stone tiles, right? So some bright colored ones. I think this is actually fine for the beginning because it does cost me again. And we are down to 15,000 now, so money is running out. We can also have a look at the roof for now. I think, yeah, roof-wise, it's fine. We can decide on the height of it, right, and of the angle of the edges, and also how much the rain protection goes out. Let's make it actually maximum. It doesn't cost me anything in addition. We can also have stairs for a second story and a third story and stuff like that for guest rooms and stuff. But for now, we're just going to leave it at that. Yeah, let's actually unpause the game and let's just have it running for now. And as you can see, going to take a while. One thing that we can still do is adding doors. We should probably do this. Unfortunately, I don't have double doors in this game, or at least I haven't found them yet. So we're going to have a nice pompous entrance with 2 doors. Actually, I think that's here, right, where guests can enter. And then we need like also 2 doors for the kitchen. It also once again costs me. Let's not have it too expensive, right? Like 1 here and 1 here for the cooks to get out and the servants and stuff like that. This is fine now. And it's taking a while to complete. While this construction is ongoing, we should have a look at some other things that we need to now go, and that's the furnishing mode. Because in the furnishing mode, what we can do is actually, let's get rid of those debris there.
To get rid of rubble and debris.
Oh, we don't have the right person for that yet. What we actually can do as well is, or need to do, is adding some storage, right? So over here, we also will need a door. A smaller door should suffice. And then we need to have something like this one here, pallets, right, that we can add, because we are going to need to purchase ingredients, of course, and they can then be stored here. Let's just have one here. That's looking fine. And then we also need a well. We can also search for this one, where we can provide some water, and we're also going to need water for the guests, of course. So let's also provide this one here. That was a sign that we finished some quests here. So the main hall, the most important room, you know, inn, has been finished, and my fame rises to level 2. Now, the higher the fame, the more guests we have, the better recipes I can use, the better staff I can employ. We also get the first guest already. Fame rises once more. I don't see guests yet. I haven't opened yet too, right? So we're still closed in the for the inn. Lots of new missions pop up then as well. Sell 20 marks of lager, for example. Stuff like that. Oh, look at that. It is finished in all its glory. So we now have the rooms available themselves. Now I can go into the furnishing mode. Bear in mind, this is all, of course, a starting setting up or setup, right? Of course, there's going to be a game flow soon. Don't worry about that. For the starters, what we need is actually, we need something like a counter. This one here. And this is where my servants provide the food and stuff like that to my guests. It also serves as a storage space. We only have this basic one here first. We can research more later, right? So this is all just the basics first items that we can have. Let's have one counter there, and that's it, right? We can have better ones, trust me on that. Now, next up, we probably should provide some tables. We have plenty of room for tables, right? We have the very long tables. I would probably like to have a very long one here and a very long one here. And then we have just some short ones everywhere else, right? They have some stools then, or chairs that we can provide. So this is where there's 6 people sitting beside each other. Like this. Perfect. We'll probably have more of them. Nah, let's just keep it like that. And then let's have also some smaller tables that we can have then along this wall here. Very nice. And then we should probably also have some simple, smaller tables where perhaps just one person sits or something like that. We could have this, for example, in a bit more private setting, like here, if I wanted to. Let's just go ahead and have one here, and I think one here, and the same we can do on the other side. Right? Oh, wait a second, this one we need to move a bit. And we could probably also have another one here, and another one here. Right, this is actually quite costly. I need to be careful there. I probably will not be able to provide chairs for every table now. Here we can have that, right? The more private area. So there's only 2 chairs per table. This cost me 100 each. Right, and yeah, probably here as well. That's a 4-chair table that we have then. We need to make sure to place them right next to them so that the table is getting highlighted, right? Otherwise, we would not be able to use it in combination. What we definitely will still need is also some lighting. So the Tavern chandelier we can use. Very expensive. So we need to be extremely cautious about this one. Let's just see. Let's have one here. But guests need light, right? So if I don't provide it, we might also be in trouble. I'm going to have like 4 of them now. Still not making the whole thing bright. Let's make it 5. We're down to 4, 6. Holy cow, I need to be careful. So this is the main hall for now. No decorations really. It's just a basic tavern, right? With everything set up. We need to look out for the kitchen now, because in the kitchen we're going to have some barrels for the water. So this is where we can store water, and this is also where we can store wine, here in the wine barrel that we have that. I have the wine barrel actually right next to this. We need a normal barrel for the water. Let's actually have it here. It's a bit in the way, but it should be fine. Then we are going to need a shelf for ingredients to be stored. It needs to be stored inside, otherwise they can spoil. So that's a basic shelf that we have then, right over here. Right, lucky us, it's very cheap stuff. Super important is a wood holder, where we can store wood on it, right? So a wood holder for the firewood that we have. I don't know why there is something on it right now. Let's have it also right next to this one, right? And then we still need a stove and an oven, right? Where we can cook something. It's also very expensive, that. Let's go ahead and have one here. And then we need an oven. Oh, no, we don't need this one. I think we're actually fine with a stove and probably just something. We can also sort it, right? Just a normal kitchen table, really, to prepare the dishes that we can have then as well. And a cauldron, right? That's another 200 that we can provide. They need firewood. They have it then on the back. That's fine. That's my basic kitchen, really. We don't theoretically need light in there, so I'm probably not going to do it for now. Very important, what we still need also is an outhouse. People need to go somewhere. And yeah, let's have it a bit more here in this hidden area out there. And with that, we already also finished another quest. Some of them, this is giving me fame. Set up a bar counter. And this one here, build an outhouse, also gives me some fame. Some of them give me money. We should look out for that. Right, so build a kitchen equipped with a kitchen table, a dishwasher, and a stove. That is still something that's missing, right? A dishwasher, and then we actually get some money there. Let's have a look. That's the dishwasher, very basic. Yeah, we're not getting that much money out of it. And let's have it right over here by the window. That's some 500 coin we get. Build a well. Actually, I did this. And establish a first trade route. Remove 2 objects of the inn surrounding. This is also something we're going to finish as we go. Next up, we need to hire some staff before we can open. Bear in mind, really, there's no decorations here. We can't afford this at the moment. We got some inn signs, innkeeper signs and stuff like that. Some very cool things. But for now, we need to work on the basics here. We need a servant. We already have someone, right? So Sabino here is already working for us. And he's someone like an all-rounder, right? We still need a servant. Let's have a look at the salaries. Some of them are a better level, but demand more salary. This guy here, Nunzio, for example, he actually just costs 2 coin more than Marika, and he's 2 levels higher, right? So this is actually really good for us. He is also persuasive, so he can make money out of people, and he's speedy. That's great stuff. So I'm going to hire him as a drudge. And then we have... Oh, he was a drudge, right? Yeah. Then we need a servant. Thea. She is cheerful, so that's great. And she's smart and tough. I like her already. And she costs me 37. And we still need also a kitchen hand for the... Or cook, that is. And we got Detlef and Eliseo. And Detlef is way more expensive. But he's also brave and tough. Now let's go with Eliseo. He's random, but he's way cheaper, right? So let's take him. With that, we should have them all now. The Forge of Taste, and also get the 500 coin that we have. Perfect. And with that, we also finish the next quest here, and 5 new random employees are coming in, and build the well, another fame level that we get, leading to fame level 6 now. With that, we have the servants, or we have the employees, right? What I still need now is 2 things, actually, and then we can open can have the opening celebration. The first one is we need a menu. And we have some basic stuff for now. That would be, let's just check it out. We have these guest types, right? And the highest demand right now is the distressed. So we should probably look out for distressed people that I can provide some food with. So this guy here would, these guys here eat bread, soup. And this needs bread, water, and sausage. So let's add this to the menu. The next one is then probably a mug of lager, right? So this is also very cheap. We can add this. We can also set the price of this, right? And we can also see what it requires. So the bread, so for example, then requires also the cauldron that we already have. We can then open up new markets with new customers, with new recipes and stuff like that. For now, let's work on the distress. I think that's fine for the moment. Lager we have, the bread soup we have, porridge, no. Let's keep it simple for the beginning. I don't want to purchase too many resources there. This is fine. Now we need to purchase, now we need to purchase that on the map somewhere. Let's have a look, because this really shows you the scope of this game. And here we are. That's my Crossroads Inn. And this is our surrounding. We got Yorvale and Untermach and Sumbria, the 3 kingdoms surrounding us. And we're kind of like in the center. We got some people around us, the crossroads here. We got the farmers and the mansion, and they all provide different goods, right? And we should look out where we actually get some good stuff out. So for my recipe here, we don't need the sausage and the bread. They would offer bread. That is fine. And I think, yeah, for sausage, we don't have a specialist right now. So I probably will just need to purchase by the incredible farmers as well. So let's go in and purchase the bread, some 30 times. And let's also, they should have the sausage though. There it is, right? It's rather expensive, but it's still okay. Because we don't need that much. And we need lager, of course, right? Go ahead and purchase that as well. So this already cost me now 1,000. Are we full here? We can still go ahead with one more. So let's purchase one more lager. Oh, I probably should also provide some plates, because this is going to be used then on my dishes. Very important, that is. Soap for washing. And then we also need firewood. This is now full though, right? So 10 out of 10. So let's actually order this one here for the 1,000. I will also need to order firewood for cooking. So let's order this 40 times right away. And more plates and mugs. This is also pretty important. We need that for drinking. So as you can see, yeah, the initial investment is quite high. We theoretically also need to purchase candles, because my chandeliers also need new candles from time to time. So let's purchase that as well. Another 300 that we invested there. All right, let's go back to my inn and unpause the game finally, right? I hope you're still with me, because now the game finally begins to play after everything. We also get new quests down here then as well. Learn 10 different recipes. And we also get our employees coming in. The drudge, he is going to remove now items, or rubble that we have around us. And my other servant, he's now
turned out not to be so bad.
Oh yeah, with the first basic resources that we have. By the way, the new resources should be coming in here now. Let's speed up the time a bit. The well has been finished. And my employees are now starting to kind of like, store things, right? Storing something in the counter, removing rubble, storing those resources. And there's also my first delivery over here. Firewood, sausages, some lagers, bread, cups and plates. And this is what my employees are now going to, let's call them servants. My servants are now going to store, right? This is why we have that door over there as well. One more thing before we open, I should have a look at the dedication, a list of duties for each one of my staff, right? And they have certain priorities they can do. So for example, my servant here should always be cleaning, waiting tables, room service, gossip, and innkeeping. That is actually fine. So she kind of like is everything in the main hall. Nuncio, he's my laborer. Let's have a look at him. What he's doing right now: farming, carrying, carpentry, cleaning, kitchen work, and manual work. We could probably say do not do kitchen work, right? Focus on all the other things that we have, like cleaning as well. So that's my labor. And then we got my kitchen staff, Elisio here. And he should do the cooking. That's a high priority. Artisan, nope. Kitchen work, high priority, and innkeeping, let's put this to off, right? Because we got the servant for that, doing the innkeeping. Sabino, my all-rounder, he basically does everything, right? Except for kitchen work, and probably also... waiting tables is fine too with him. Very nice, we have everything set up. Let's open. And with that, the inn officially is open, and we're waiting for customers. And there's the first customers coming in. Taking a seat somewhere. We don't have chairs here yet. Yep, I can't. I wouldn't dare. Oh, they're actually together. He's got a funny beard, by the way. They're now waiting here, right? And they also have opinions right away. So I don't like the decor in this room. And he also wants to eat and drink something. And he's off to distressed, right? That we have there. And we are now going to provide hopefully something for them. Now about the firewood, we should have that here too. So hopefully my kitchen hand here will soon provide fire to the stove and the oven, because we're going to need it, especially the cauldron here. Because we want to make the bread soup. They're taking in the orders now and provide hopefully then the right meals. Lager is going to be easy. There is now fire as well. So this one is working. And actually it's filling up a bit. It's also looking rather cozy over there, isn't it? After careful preparation, finally the first pint is going out. And we get some coin out of that. Some 33. And hopefully he enjoys it. Because if he does, he also tips my my employees, my servants, and I get additional money for that. And I think we've also finished another quest here. Remove 2 objects from the inn surrounding. We get 500 coin. Yes. Need the money. Pour the beer. This is now working in the background. Extra hand. Hire a second laborer. Gather 100 pieces of firewood. Have 100 guests. Serve 5 satisfied guests. Buy a tool shelf. And establish my first trade route. So there's a few things now that we can work on. While we serve the customers. And money's coming in. We should also then occasionally check my wares, right? So as we can see, for example, lager is already being consumed now quite a bit. We still have sausages and the bread for available, and also plates and our mugs. And there's also finally some food being served. Very important, yes, we need a tool shelf there as well. The quest is clear on this matter, so let's have one over there and finish the quest right away. It's full of tools useful for any kind of do-it-yourselves, cleaning up, fixing things, interrogations, anything really. We can also see that it increases my tidiness rating, and every single object that we have and build of furniture is reducing, for example, also my prestige level, right? So this one, for example, is ugly. It should not be in the main hall because people don't like this in general. Whereas it's very useful in rooms like a kitchen because it's tidying things up. Same goes for the decorations that we have, like a shield here. For example, adventurers and thieves like this quite a bit, and it would increase then also the prestige rating. So we can also specialize our inn further into that. For now, we are working with the distressed because, yeah, well, we're having no fame, basically. We're very basic inn, so noblemen or adventurers would probably not get to us. Even though we got great food and lager. People just need to know it. My cook, meanwhile, is cooking the bread soup that we have, providing it then to the counter, and then serving it also to my guests. There's a lot of process involved here. Right, there's now the bread soup, so he eats it. He leaves the plates behind. Someone needs to pick them up, bring them back to the counter where they're being stored then. As we can see, there's 2 more dirty mugs in here right now. And my kitchen servant then has to pick them up, wash them, bring them back, and then we can use them again for dishes. Rather complex, the whole thing. Lots and lots of guests coming in here. There's also a special guest. We can give him a special treatment. He would also like to, I think, rent a room, right? He would be here actually also to sleep. Unfortunately, we don't have that yet. So I need to wait before I have money again. Money is still coming in at the moment. Buy the tool shelf, another fame level to 7. Perfect. Since a bit of money is coming in, let's actually finish my chairs. Over here. So that all the tables can now be used. In my inn. And with that, we have successfully laid out the foundation of our Crossroads Inn. And we'll continue onwards in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this one. Stay tuned.